Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have another show match on the channel. We got Yoverlin over here and Treuxx. Yoverlin is Bliss RL, just on a bit of a different account name. Treuxx is more of a longtime member, but they had a good matchup in one of the tournaments, so they wanted a show match to see how things are going to go, you know, in a best 2 out of 3 in a normal situation. And currently, you know, it seems like it's already got some shots fired. I think they're both around the GC2 level, roughly, in their like 2s or 3s ranks. Treuxx going for the flip reset in the air, faking out the must. He does get a solid fake there, and he will get the first lead. Yoverlin not quite expecting the fake out there. Pre-jumps it, thought he had the save. And yeah, it's going to be the first on the board. And Yoverlin come back in this one. Is this just going to be a runaway situation? It seems like Treuxx has the beat on that second kickoff. He will go up to 2 goals. But, you know, 1v1, always very dynamic in gameplay. The tide can swing. Momentum shifts. Yoverlin going to win this kickoff. Take it to his back corner. And he has the option of full field air dribble, but he just wants to bring it back down. Wants to play a little bit more grounded here. Doesn't want to go too heavy. Oh, Treuxx is going to pre-jump that to pinch it off the wall, not giving his opponent space to set up, which, you know, that's probably what you want to be doing. You don't want to give him a lot of space to get things going. If they can get their mechanics on point, it's going to be harder and harder to stop them. So you always want to make sure you're staying close enough to challenge. Just there is a really good challenge there by Yoverlin. He saw that Treuxx didn't have the air dribble he wanted, had to bring it back down, and saw the opening, just takes it off his hood. He's going to cut the lead in half. Treuxx cleaning that up to the corner of his opponent on the kickoff. Looking for the Doomsy dish. Not going to be able to get there. That one just floated a little bit too high in front of the net. Spent too long before it got back down in a scoreable position. Yoverlin comes back and gets the save. Bliss RL has been streaming over on TikTok, so if you want to go follow him, you can check the link in the description of the video. And he is going to tie things up here. So already we've got a game 1 match. Already looking to be quite competitive here tonight. Treuxx with a good save. Fantastic camaraderie we have here as well. Yoverlin looking for a bit of a delayed kickoff. Not going to do that well for him. Will be able to recover into his corner boost. Treuxx faking out another aerial play. And once again, Yoverlin falling for it. Not able to get in the way there. Unfortunate for him. He's getting faked out a couple times this game. Might be blunders on Treuxx's side, but they do end up working. See how he plays this one up. Just going to take it slow. Looks for the flick. Not going to be very quick, but he didn't overly commit into that play. He's going to have plenty of space to bring it all the way back to his side. Regain possession. Let's get a bit of an awkward touch off his backboard. He has to commit a good amount of boost just to save that one from turning the ball over. Yoverlin will take over here a little bit in his opponent's corner. Doesn't have a lot of boost to play with. Will be able to stay in the way of that ball on the early challenge. Treuxx doing well to not let his opponent get set up here, but have to see how it plays out. Yoverlin, no boost to play with at all. Does get a decent 50, slightly trips up Treuxx. Will stay on the ball as well. He's doing good, once again, to not give his opponent space. He does eventually have to back off and misses his corner boost, unfortunately. Treuxx is going to have plenty of time to go up in the air here. Does get the flip, but he's taking a little bit too long in the air. Yoverlin does get the dunk over him. Tries to force Treuxx out of the play. He will get the bump eventually. Can he get back to this ball and score it for the equalizer? He's going to fake it out. Treuxx doesn't matter. Doesn't care about that at all. He's just going to dive right in and take over on possession, snag the mid boost. He's good to go. Once again, faking out a mechanical shot. Doesn't go for the flick. Yoverlin not getting fooled this time. Gets a couple wall dashes there. Once again, low on boost. Yoverlin's boost management a little bit lacking here, but he has been doing okay. Seems like he failed his flip to get back home, and he does have his deficit increased by 1. Unfortunate for him, but see if he can't regain here in the second half of game 1. Decent kickoff by Yoverlin. Has a little bit of boost to play with as well. Looking for the flick. Not very strong. He should be able to take his time and collect this ball. Treuxx is diving in, though. Yoverlin can't turn that around quite quickly enough. Treuxx is doing well to just waste time here. He did get a flip or two there. The Overland does kick it around Treuxx. Not a lot of boost once again to play with. Oh, a little bit of lag there on my end. No worries. They should both be fine, though. Overland. Oh, faking that one out. He has a chance here. The reverse aerial. Not going to flip into the ball, though. It's not going to be a goal just yet. He does have a chance here as he's securing mid boost. Going off the sidewall. Not getting the touch he wants. Has to bail on it. Go back up in the air. Look for the dunk. Not quite going to be strong enough. Treuxx will kick him into it and help him recover. Oh, that's a nice little play there. He jumps off the ceiling as well. He wants to reset this. And, yeah, he's going to keep the attack going. He needs 2 goals here. Gets the double flip reset, and it will be good enough to get his 3rd on the board. Yoverly showing off his mechanics here. There's 1. There's 2. And he does use it. Almost gets the 3rd. He didn't really need to touch the ball again. It was enough just to get the double reset. Treuxx wasn't prepared for it. Overland bringing this one home. Oh no, he's not. He is gonna fake it out. Looks for the goal, but Treuxx does get back in time. The Overland going back to his corner, missing his corner boost. He's a little bit rusty on his corner grabs, and that's not gonna be what you want to see. Treuxx just sees that he's struggling, sees that he misses his boost, knows he can't have much there, and he just capitalizes on the failed clear off his own backboard. That's always gonna be rough to see. But Treuxx does well to capitalize every time he can. Yoverland does snag that mid boost. Doesn't have a lot of time here. Needs 2 goals in 10 seconds. Doesn't look good for him in game 1. Treuxx will just solidify the game 1 victory there. Not enough time to come back in this one. Yoverland's going to have to try and regain in game 2 if he wants to force out game 3. And all this is just for style points. Treuxx will get 1 more on the board to double up the scoreline. Yoverland with a nice shot as they battle it out until the very last moment. Treuxx taking the game 1 victory. And, you know, I think the 6-3 scoreline doesn't quite tell the whole story. I think it was a little bit closer than that, but I think we saw more mistakes on Yoverland's side. So if he can come back in this one, then I think he has a chance if he can just shore up a couple issues. Let's hop into game 2. Alrighty, game 2 starting up here. Yoverland needs to play a little bit cleaner. It's just missing some boost pads here and there. Falling for a couple fakes or failed aerial plays. Is going to cut off the play this time nice and early. Treuxx does have a bit of a power play here as he's able to get off the wall quickly, but he flips the wrong way. Yoverland is going to take it off his hood, but he wants to keep this one slow. Doesn't want to speed it up. Doesn't think that he can get the goal and wants to take his time. His double flip reset worked earlier. Oh, he is going to get a nice flip reset that just slings the ball high into the goal there. Treuxx not prepared on this one as he stays grounded a little bit too long. Didn't know if Yoverland got the flip reset or not. So Yoverland coming out strong, coming out swinging in game 2. Really trying to prove his worth. He backflips out of that one. Treuxx not putting that one on target. Yoverland, not a lot of boost to work with once again, but he's doing pretty well on low boost. Treuxx is securing all the big pads he can. He's going to go for the pinch. No, just wants to take it off his sidewall. Yoverland gets the ceiling challenge. Not going to make contact there. Treuxx can't quite get it on target. He also dodges the demo and picks up his opponent's corner boost. Taps that one. Crossbar down. Treuxx outplaying his opponent about 3 times and about 4 seconds there. And Yoverland flipping back into net with no boost. Not able to get back and touch that one. A little bit of panic is setting in. And Yoverland does delay the kickoff again. He did that the first game. It didn't pan out for him, but this time it does look like he's going to get the first possession on this kickoff. Looking for the fake musty. You know, he's just going to catch it. Treuxx does get up in the air. Yoverland's flick not that great, and he should get scored on here as Treuxx will take the 2-goal, sorry, the second goal, the 2-goal swing as Yoverland had the 1-goal lead earlier on in game 2. Yoverland, decent kickoff again. He is getting a couple possessions more than he was last game so far. He's failing a bit of his aerial plays, but does get in the way that time. Can he get there quick enough? No, Treuxx is able to snag a touch there, kicking that one to his backboard. Yoverland picking up as much boost as he can. Treuxx has plenty to work with, though. He doesn't need a big pad right now. All he has to do is stay strong here, and the low 50 might get the goal for him. Oh, it's just not quite on target. Yoverland, 0 boost failing. Wave dash, not able to get in the way of this one. Treuxx will get that one on target. gets that one back. Left it on the field just for a second. Overland not able to get back and stable to get back to that ball. Starts dancing around on his goal line. Let's see if he can't get back in this one. Treuxx wants to turn this one in quickly. He will snag the corner boost. Overland not able to get back in time. Can he save this shot? It's not going to be on target. Overland looking for his corner. He does finally regain the boost advantage for a second here. He's going to go to the ground to air dribble. Looking for the bump. Doesn't quite get it. Treuxx gets a nice save. Dodges the air dribble bump, which is a fantastic thing you want to see if you're a fan of Treuxx. Treuxx looking for the musty on the flip reset. Doesn't get much contact there. Overland look for the power shot on the top right bins. Oh, Treuxx may have just passed it to his opponent. Overland will take the shot. He cuts the lead back down to 1 as we approach halftime. Treuxx throwing that one away, unfortunately. Didn't want to pass it mid, but luckily Overland was able to capitalize on that mistake. He's going to be going back and just securing a boost here. Treuxx going up in the air, looking for a flip reset play. No, looks for the 50. And I guess Overland thought Treuxx was going to hit it again, but he just postured to make sure that if a 50 comes in, it's going to go in his favor. And he's just going to get that one back real quick. 2:22 remaining. Overland still down by 2. Does snag the boost there. Treuxx does well to stay on the ball, though. Overland might be able to snag a goal here. That one's just a little bit wide. Hits the post. Treuxx might be able to speed this one up in time. He will. And he currently has the 3-goal lead. Overland falling apart here a little bit. Had the first goal in the game. Let's see if he can't get back and regain in this one in the last 2 minutes to force out game 3. Treuxx getting his mechanics to work for him. Oh, and this time he'll just fake going there. Overland just flies into the ball. He might get this one on target. Treuxx does touch the ball. Oh my gosh, he almost own goals. He does get a save. Overland does snag boost in order to take possession here. Treuxx will hard dive, but Overland can't commit for a goal there. Treuxx gets his corner boost. He has plenty to work with. He can't get the save though. Overland, fantastic shot. It's high, it hits the crossbar, and it goes down into the net. Treuxx thought he had the save there. It's just a little bit too far out of his net, and that was just a banger on target. Very difficult to save no matter where you're at. Treuxx wins this 50. Overland has to hurry and get back. He wants to get to the ball. He will get a touch there. Oh, and he doesn't land very nicely for himself. I'm sure he's going to be hitting himself over that one. He does snag the corner, but he spun out. He probably gets back to that one if he doesn't fail a dash there. Still has a chance here. 1:30 left. 3 goals in 1v1. Not unheard of to come back in this amount of time. Treuxx does go up a little bit earlier. Will get the block. Overland, his attacks just don't seem to be phasing Treuxx very much. He is going to cut him off early this time, though. Treuxx used to getting the time to go up the wall. And somehow Treuxx snags his own corner boost. We thought Overland was going to take that for sure. Maybe it wasn't respawned in time. Overland, though, will secure his own corner. Gets a clear out there. Treuxx on 0. Staying close to the ball. This one might come back to bite him as that shot's a little bit high, but Overland's there for the tap in. And he will get the rebound shot just under a minute to go. Overland needs 2. And he needs to get a kickoff goal here. He wants to secure an overtime potential. He delays it once again. This time Treuxx reading it. Just going to kick it right by him, snag his opponent's corner boost, but he's not doing much in the air here. He is going to go back up. Overland gets a nice shot above the attacker, and he should be able to get back to this one. No, he lands a little bit cattywampus, which is a fun word to say. Oh, Overland goes for the low 50. Treuxx barely gets the touch, and it does do enough to slow Overland's offensive pressure down. Looking for the flip above. Treuxx not going to find it. This may have just sealed it in. Treuxx gets a pinch towards Overland's net, but it's not going to do that much. Overland doesn't have a lot of boosts to play with. He's playing for the mid boost. Once again, he's just having trouble securing those full pads. Treuxx will early challenge, and he should be able to tap this one in for the final goal that he needs to secure game 2 and secure himself the victor in this show match. Overland still wants to fight through it, wants to try and get the 2 kickoff goals in a 0-second play. Slightly get this one towards his opponent's net, but he is wasting a bit of time here. Treuxx has boost to play with. He will get the save, and that will be it for this show match, ladies and gentlemen. Treuxx regaining for this show match up here. And just going to be keeping it up for fun. Going to let it finally bounce down. Overland, GG's, and he's out of here. Treuxx, GG's as well. Way to defend your honor, good sir, as I do believe Bliss was the challenger. I can't remember who the challenger was actually, but either way, it was a good matchup. It just seems as though Overland was having a bit of trouble with his slight mechanics there, and yeah, maybe someday he'll want to regain and challenge again. Treuxx with the victory, and that's all we have for you today. Have a good one. We'll catch you next time. Peace.